Good morning. Hayom Yom, Lamed Menachem Av. So, in the Alter Rebbe Siddur, he writes that starting from Rosh Chodesh Elul until after Mitiler Rebbe, so every day by Shachar and by Mincha, we should say Psalm 27, which begins with the words, L'David Hashem Eiri. Now, in today's Hayom Yom, it clarifies that you should start saying this on the first day of Rosh Chodesh Elul, today, Lamed Av, even though the month of Elul hasn't actually begun and won't begin until tomorrow. Then there is a law in Shulchan Aruch. The Shulchan Aruch writes that throughout the entire month of Elul, we should blow the shofar every morning in order to get people in the spirit and to make people start doing tshuva. Now, it's not clear, and therefore there's an argument, if you should start blowing the shofar today, Lamed Av, the first day of Rosh Chodesh Elul, or you should start blowing it tomorrow on the first day of the month of Elul, the second day of Rosh Chodesh Elul. And we follow the latter opinion, and therefore we paskin that you should actually start blowing tomorrow, Aleph Elul, the second day of Rosh Chodesh Elul. But in today's Hayom Yom, the Rebbe tells us how in the Friedrich Rebbe's house, so even though they officially would start blowing tomorrow on the second day of Rosh Chodesh, on Aleph Elul, they would start practicing and making sure they knew how to do it, and they would practice today on Lamed Av. And the real reason they would do that is to really basically fulfill the other opinion that you should really start blowing today. So they would practice for tomorrow, but they would essentially be fulfilling both opinions. Then the third thing the Rebbe says is that the Mitiler Rebbe, so in the early years, he used to say very, very short Maamarim. And the Mitiler Rebbe was known for having very long Maamarim, but in the early years, he used to say a lot of short Maamarim. And even a lot of the long Maamarim, which we have from the early years, were really said as a bunch of short Maamarim, and they were later pieced together and written as long Maamarim. And he says, for example, in the Siddur, there is a long Maamar on the words Zecher Rav Tovcha. He says, really, originally, it was said as 6 small mini Maamarim. And then later it was pieced together and put together as one long Maamar. But really it was said as 6 small Maamarim. And the way it was said as 6 separate small Maamarim, so as a whole, the sum total was longer than the way it was put together as one. And that is that. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.